Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you have given people all the facts, you've given them all the perspective, you've given them everything that you think they need to be able to allow them to make a good, rational decision, and sometimes they just turn around and do whatever they want to do anyway, and it's as though, okay, I shouldn't have even said anything to them? I'm Dr. Keshia Keith, and let's move forward. Today we're talking about conversation and communication and how to effectively handle those who are intent on misunderstanding you. You know, those people that you can tell them 1,000 times that the sky is blue, and they will tell you that the sky is yellow, or the sky is orange, or the sky is something else, because it's you, and they don't want to really listen to you because they've heard you time and time again. Sound familiar? Anybody ever experienced that? I know that at times I have, and in that, sometimes I found myself feeling frustrated about the situation because I found myself in a space where I was like, I know good and well they know and understand what I'm saying, and they just act like it's going all over their head, or they're not really being receptive to what's being said, or taking in what is being said and seeing it from this perspective of, this is something that this person is trying to help me to avoid a certain situation or a certain thing that's going on so that I can do better. Because when we know better, we do better. And when we do better, we become our best selves, and we are able to move forward. We're able to pick ourselves up and move from that particular spot, because sometimes life can be difficult. Sometimes life can be challenging, but it can be difficult and challenging even without the added stress of other people who want to have arguments, or who want to misunderstand what's being said, or who take a particular situation and create it and color it in a way that is negative, in a way that is making them the victim in the story. And understanding that you hopefully should not be the victim in every story. Every story that happens, every situation that happens, you should not always be the victim. If you are, that means that you have to take time to really get to know yourself and really understand why it is that you feel like everybody is out to get you, and nothing being said is something that is supportive or uplifting, or that is going to be encouraging, or even help you to go in a different direction, a better direction that will set you on a better path and a better trajectory for your life. But a lot of times we don't listen just for that. We look at the person and we go, yeah, whatever, they're just talking, or they just don't want me to be great. And a lot of times that is not true, because if you have children, sometimes maybe we can tell them, you know, I just want you to be careful. I want you to pay attention to, maybe it's your surroundings, or maybe it's the group of people that you are with, just to make sure that you are aware of what's going on. And if something doesn't look right, then you absolutely can leave that situation, or you can go and do something else, or make up an excuse and tell them that you don't want to hang out, or you don't want to do whatever. But in that moment, your child might be like, okay, yeah, ma, whatever. And they make their own decision to hang around those people. But in the end, realize that those are not the people that they should have been hanging around, and are not a good group. And it becomes one of those, you don't want to say, I told you so, because they have to make a choice. They're given the information, they're given examples, and in that, they have to make a choice. And in them making that choice, sometimes that choice is not going to be one you agree with. Sometimes it's going to be one that you're just shaking your head and you're on your knees praying to God, why in the world? Because I told that child. But in the big scheme of things, they are learning how to be discerning of who they need to be around, what looks good, what is a good association, what makes a person a good friend, what makes that person an associate, what makes that person somebody I just don't want to deal with at all. They have to learn to navigate those things, and a lot of times that means that they're not going to want to listen to us. Or maybe we have that coworker who is, you're trying to help them to stay afloat, help them to get things done, do what they need to do, and they are just, every time you have a suggestion, oh, I tried that didn't work. Oh, I did that didn't work. Oh, that doesn't make sense, and I don't see how I can do that. If everything that they are saying, every response when you are trying to support them, trying to help them, is what they have done, what they are not going to do, what they don't see themselves doing, then it is time for you to step away from that, because that individual is going to have to learn how they say the hard way, because they have been given options, they have been given suggestions, they have been given the support that you right now have the capacity to give them. If they are not willing to receive that, then that is okay. Because they don't have to see it your way. They don't have to do it your way. But you have to be all right with providing the information, giving perspective, and moving along. Because they are not going to accept what it is that you are saying or what it is you are doing. That's just it. So making up in your mind that, one, you do not control others. So because you do not control others, you can't determine how they think about a thing or how they feel about a thing. You cannot shift their capacity for seeing the glass half full as opposed to half empty. They have to make those determinations on their own. You got to be of a space where you say, okay, I did my part. I did what I could do. And I'm going to have to walk away from this, because that is where you now put a boundary in place. And that boundary says that I am not going to take this person any further into this journey because they don't want to see it, or they're not in a space to see it. They don't have the capacity to see it. And if they don't have the capacity to see it, everything you say is going to be a problem. Everything you say is going to be met with some negative response or some, I'm just tired and I'm giving up. If that is the case, allow yourself to release it. Release yourself from feeling like you have to help this person get this together. Or now, if it's a situation where you're working with a colleague or a coworker and you are working on a project together, then that might be definitely a different story, because you've got to come together as a team, because teamwork makes the dream work. And in order to do that, that means that you have to find common ground. You have to find a way to collaborate with this person. So how are you going to prepare your mind for this? That starts in the morning, before you even get to work, when you know, okay, yes, I have to meet with this person and I already know what they're going to present to me. But it is how my mindset is set up. It is how I'm determining how I'm going to make this a great day, regardless of what I see, regardless of what they say, regardless of whatever else is going on, because all of these obstacles are just stumbling blocks that I can get around, that I can walk over, that I can get through, because I am determined that we are going to collaborate. We are going to get this project done so that I can move along and they can move along. But it starts with mindset. It starts with what you know that you can and cannot do. What can you control? I know you've heard it time and time again, what you think, what you feel, the choices you make, and how you respond, right? So understand that, remind yourself of that daily. I cannot make this person do, I cannot make this person think differently. I cannot make any of that happen. The only things I can do right now is control those things about myself. How I think, how I feel, the choices I make, and my responses. That is what I can do for me. And if I need to take a step back, take a moment, go to the bathroom, take some deep breaths to reset myself when I find myself in the thick of things with this colleague and they are just getting on my last nerve, then I am allowing myself to do that, because I need that. I need that space. I need that time out. I need that ability to move so that I can get myself out of this particular environment and setting and take myself to one that is more calming, more soothing, more relaxing. Or if you can't get away then at that particular moment, it's my hope that you, during your lunch break, that you get outside, that you go do something else that gets you out of that environment, that gets your mind shifted and focused onto some other things, because that is what is going to make all the difference for you as you are navigating this. Making sure that in the evenings that you are doing something that helps you to unplug, helps you to kind of relax and relate and release, because that is going to be also important, because you got to release all that stuff from the day, because it begins to wear you down and it will impede on you being able to fully engage and connect within the house. If you are bringing work stuff home and it is becoming something that is sitting so heavy and so difficult, so full on you, you have to be able to release those things. So maybe you are journaling in that space. so that you can get those thoughts out. Maybe on the drive home, you are just kind of sitting without the radio on and that kind of thing, and just allowing your brain to just kind of be at peace. When you start to notice that those thoughts are coming up and they're looping, think another thought. Think about something that's happy. Think about something that you're going to look forward to when you get home. Whether that's, I'm going to take these shoes off, I'm going to take this bra off, I'm just going to let it all go, and I am going to enjoy, and I am going to relax, and I am going to reset, because I am not taking this home. This is not my box. Whatever they have going on, whatever frustration that is, you leave that at the exit door when you walked out of the office, and don't pick it back up. And allow yourself to come home, take a bath, get things situated, take a few minutes, give yourself about 20-25 minutes between the time you walk in the house until the time you engage with the family. So maybe you tell them hello, give them hugs and kisses, go to your room, get changed, take a bath, take a shower, whatever you're doing, so that you can reset yourself, so that you can just have a moment to just sit and just breathe and just be, so that you can then release those things that have been so taxing in the day and shift. Because now it's time for you to be mom, it's time for you to be sister, friend, partner, significant other, whatever it is, so that you can be fully engaged in that. You can give your time and attention to that. That is what is going to be important. So if anybody is trying to just adamantly misunderstand you or adamantly believe that everything you say is some kind of knock against them, understand you do not control that. And because you do not control that, control you. Control how you think, how you feel, how you respond, and the choices you make. And make sure that you make it a great day. Make sure that every day above ground is a good day, because it indeed is. Sometimes things won't feel that way, but you can make it. And when you do, you will find that you are all the better for it, because you can then show up and be the best mother, wife, sister, friend, daughter that you can possibly be in this world. Don't forget that we are hosting the group therapy for the interrupted woman, and that is absolutely kicking off. So come join us. It's a virtual group, and ladies, you can definitely get in here and be a part. So that gives you another place to be able to unwind, be able to release, be able to drop some things that are weighing you down, so that you can move forward with a game plan that will work for you. Go to www.interruptyourlife.com and check us out. Go under the workshops tab and you can register today. I look forward to seeing you there. Have an amazing rest of your day, and let's keep moving forward.